To directly quote Benjamin Franklin, in this world, nothing can be said to be certain, except death, taxes, and Hatsune Miku breaking the internet when she appears in a new video game. I think he said that. Fortnite Festival is about to enter its 8th season, and leading up to recording this video, I had an alarmingly large number of people asking me if I was planning on doing a seasonal recap for Season 7. Well, you're watching this video, so I guess y'all know the answer to that, but man, towards the end of this past season, I was genuinely unsure if I really wanted to do a seasonal recap this time around. More on that later. For now, we gotta talk about Miku. As I alluded to in the last episode, our seasonal icon for Season 7 of Fortnite Festival is Hatsune Miku, a virtual idol based off of a voice synthesis software called Vocaloid. I've been a passive fan of Miku for a couple years. In the past, I was never a Miku enthusiast, but I have enjoyed what I've heard. I've had the Anamanaguchi song on my playlist for a while, I really dug Melt, and of course I was more than familiar with the Yevon Poker remix that was popularized by Leakspin in the early 2010s. I was looking forward to expanding my horizons and learning some new Miku songs this season, even if there were only a handful to start with, despite one of them barely even counting as a Miku song. The charting surprised me. Pretty much all of the headliner songs are charted super well this season, my favorite being World Is Mine, with the pentachord shapes climbing the neck in the second half of the chorus. That's fun. Even when you're not playing the guitar, the vocal and drum charting has also seemed genuinely decent for the Miku-specific songs. Color me impressed. We've also overall had an okay variety in terms of genres and styles this past season, which has been fun, but man, I miss Guitar Hero's focus on rock songs. We've gotten a couple, but ever since the Metallica season, a lot of the focus has noticeably shifted. Still holding out hope for some more Avenged or something soon. We also finally got the addition of local multiplayer, thank God, and probably the most noteworthy positive addition aside from Hatsune Miku was Through the Fire and Flames. The best part was that this was a free jam track that anyone could earn by simply playing a few rounds of Battle Royale. Or Custom Car Tycoon, whatever. And next up we have Sabrina Carpenter. What do you think the chances are that we can get a Juno position emote? Now that I've said that out loud, probably 0. So yeah, this season's going great so far. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I wasn't really being subtle with that transition, but I don't really care. There's one gigantic issue that Festival has now, and it's something that will likely never go away. However, before we get there, I want to discuss some of the other issues that people have had during the season. First of all, a lot of people, including myself, straight up couldn't play the season for more than a few minutes at a time at first. My ass would get booted back to the lobby with a jarring media streaming error staring me directly in the face. This was eventually kinda patched. It still happens now sometimes with song restarts, and it's incredibly annoying, but it's not happening as often as it once was, so there's that. A few days after the season began, Epic introduced the ability to view past season leaderboards. They had vaguely mentioned in the past that they were saving previous season data for later viewing, but the time has finally arrived for broken leaderboards that don't work properly. It only showed your placement among friends, and it combined the seasons together with the unfairly broken Season 2 scores that have currently impossible to reach numbers consistently at the top. Great job, guys. Needless to say, after a little over a week, these were scrapped, and Epic announced that they're going to be reworking them. But like, when is that gonna happen? It's been over a year and I still can't see my Season 1 scores. As of the time of recording, this feature has yet to be added back to the game ever since its removal in mid-February. While we're on the topic of issues popping up as the season progressed, where the hell was Miku? She had 2 song drops, a skin in the shop, and the festival pass. That's it. She didn't even get a concert, which, why? They've done concerts for the past festival icons. They could have done such cool shit with her. They could have absolutely gone all out on the virtual aesthetic, but nope, nothing. It's almost like Miku's inclusion was something of an afterthought. Her stage looks cool, but even that doesn't scream Miku to me. At least they changed the aesthetics for Battle Stage this time, so the 14 people that queue up for that game mode can enjoy that. I miss when Jam Stage wasn't dead. I do have some issues with the charting as the season went on. Now, the original headliner Miku tracks I still think are charted fairly and well, but as time progressed, we wound up getting some interesting charts later in the season. The best example I can give of this is Roar by Katy Perry with these incredibly questionably charted split chords and lift notes on drums. What the hell were they thinking? And while we're on the topic of this particular Katy Perry song, we should discuss the elephant in the room here, the new item shop rotation changes. In the past, when you wanted to buy a jam track, the Fortnite item shop had a little tab where you were essentially given the pick of the litter. Basically a smaller version of the Rock Band DLC shop, which makes sense seeing that Harmonix developed both games. But that all changed on March 20th. You see, that prior Tuesday, Epic tweeted out that week's jam tracks, same as they've always done every week prior. They consisted of the Katy Perry song mentioned earlier and a couple Paramore songs, which were to be released that Thursday. Again, same as always. But something happened. It is 8:06 p.m. on March 20th, 2025. We were supposed to get 2 new Paramore songs and a Katy Perry song in Festival. We don't have the Paramore songs. We got the Katy Perry one. That's its own thing. Like right here. We got the Katy Perry songs, but like if I go back here, it is not, they didn't put them in. Little did I know the hellstorm that was brewing in the background. Not only were the Paramore songs excluded from the shop, but it was a deliberate move to also exclude plenty of other jam tracks from being purchasable from Fortnite Festival. You see, Epic Games and their insatiable lust for your wallet have decided to intentionally reduce the jam track duration of availability in the item shop. If you want a song and you don't buy it the day that it's available, it could be removed the following day and you would have absolutely no clue when or if it would ever become available again. And Epic knows this. This is a business strategy that is often referred to as FOMO, or fear of missing out. Fortnite operates on a FOMO structure for its skins in the primary item shop. In the past, they've locked Battle Pass skins behind an exclusivity paywall, promising the rewards will never be seen outside of their respective season's pass, which is a practice that they're allegedly being sued over, hence why certain festival pass rewards from prior seasons are now purchasable in the shop. Here's the thing though, if you want to lock a skin behind an exclusive microtransaction, whatever. Nobody needs to look like a Star Wars character in order to have a similar gameplay experience to someone else. I think it's stupid, but if it's all cosmetic, it's not the end of the world. But jam tracks are not skins, they're gameplay. There are multiple unique playable charts in each of these jam tracks in several different game modes. They're not just 30-second shitposts you can whip out on a battle royale map after getting a squad wipe. So limiting the ability to purchase whatever song you'd like from the shop to around 30 maximum is the most baffling and anti-consumer move Epic could have possibly done for this game mode. If you see your friends playing a specific song and you want to start score chasing with them, you have to hope that song is one of the small handful that's available in the item shop, which chances are it won't be. As a direct result, this has led to multiple days where Hatsune Miku, the Season 7 icon for Fortnite Festival, had 0 songs purchasable or playable outside of her main bundle. That's beyond frustrating, borderline egregious, and nearly made me quit the game mode altogether. They've lost the plot, and a ton of well-deserved anger was immediately placed in their direction. If Epic's approach was truly to make a cheap, quick buck and monetize players who potentially put themselves into financial situations due to the fear that they might be excluded from their friend circles for missing out on paid DLC in a video game, then I'm sorry, Epic can get right the fuck out of the 5-fret rhythm scene. FOMO has absolutely no place in this community, and to put it simply, I have zero tolerance for thinly veiled scams that straight up don't need to exist. The old system worked fine, it was changed due to greed, pure and simple. In my opinion, nothing going forward can fully repair the goodwill they've destroyed from this nonsense. New Linkin Park songs, early 2000 bangers, I'm glad they're in the game, Harmonix and Rhythm Authors did a great job as usual, but what's the point when they might not even be available 2 days from now? Do you understand how difficult it is to get newcomers into a game like Fortnite Festival when they're barricaded from playing the songs they want because, God forbid, they logged in on the wrong day? Video games are meant to be an outlet, not a fucking casino. That's what this is, a random chance experience for spending money out of fear that you might not be able to have the gameplay opportunity in the future. And the kick in the balls, we're still missing practice mode, and battle stage is still kinda terrible. So it's not even like they're supplementing new shop policies with highly in-demand features. Where the hell are pro drums? So yeah, that's the current state of Fortnite Festival. I'm so unbelievably mad that Epic Games decided to take this approach, locking genuine gameplay behind a wall of FOMO. If I can say anything positive about this change, I've had a ton of people hit me up asking for alternatives, and that's what's great about the 5-fret community. We really do have plenty of alternatives, and if Fortnite Festival is truly doing as financially poorly as Epic is letting on, it might be a good idea to start looking at what else is available. This is the first season in review video where I've had to rewrite the script multiple times to clearly get my thoughts out without it devolving into pure anger and frustration, and I will start referring to the game as FOMO Festival until the old policies are restored, or we're at least given proper communication by the dev team. And no, a series of 5 PR tweets is not what I consider proper communication. Epic, do better. But what do you guys think? Are you guys more optimistic for the future of Fortnite Festival than I am? Please let me know in the comments down below. I would love your thoughts. Until next time, this has been DanRock. Peace out and take care.